you for joining me today. We're going to have a look at some core strengthening and ab work today, which is integral not only to a yoga practice, but I feel like the stronger that I am in the core and the center of my body, the more strongly and confidently I'm able to show up in my life and to speak from my gut and also from my heart, and to be real and true with the people around me, with my kids, and just with everybody that I need to show up for. So there's a lot of value and a lot of importance, I think, on having a good, strong core, balanced core. I don't think it needs to be super strong, but it needs to be in balance with the rest of our body. So I just want to share a few ideas with you around that today. So let's get moving. We're going to warm up with a few salutations. So come on up to the front of your mat, just rolling out your feet and your ankles, and giving yourself a little shake and just allowing yourself to arrive. Taking a nice deep breath and getting yourself centered. Spread your toes out wide. Engage into your legs and lift it gently into the abs without clenching. Roll your shoulders down your spine and lift up tall through the top of your head. Take a nice deep inhale and lift your arms up. And exhale, soften down. It's our first one of the day, so just flow into it, take it easy, feel your way there. Inhale again and lengthen. And exhale, you can step or you might hop your feet back and come into a chaturanga. This is the first opportunity we have to really engage into our core, so push up through the heels, find a good strong plank here. And of course, at any time, feel free to drop down to your knees if you need to. We're going to hold our chaturanga for a couple of breaths. Relax your chin down, reach up through the top of the head, reach up through the heels, and engage into the abs. Be mindful of lifting up too high or drooping down too low in the back. So we want to be contained in through the middle of the body. Push out through the palms and draw the elbows in. And then we're going to slowly lower. We're going to hover just above the ground for a breath. And then we're going to lower all the way down. We're going to inhale and come up. Stretching up. And let's exhale and lower back down. And inhale and come up again. Stretching. And exhale, lower down. And inhale one more time, engaging the legs, depressing the scapula, lifting the heart. And exhale, moving back, downward facing dog. Taking an inhalation and hopping the feet up, floating them to the front of the mat. And exhale, softening down. Inhale, reaching the arms up, connecting the palms. Exhaling, earthing back. Inhale again, lift and lengthen. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, floating back. Let's hold our plank again. Engage the abs. Reach the shoulders down the spine, pushing out through the heels. We can walk our body forward and back. Keep engaging through the abs. So feel free to drop down to the knees at any time. Let's exhale and lower all the way down, holding just above your mat. And then lower all the way down. Inhale and come up. Exhale and lower down. Inhale, rolling up. And exhale, rolling down. And inhale one more time. And exhale, this time all the way back into downward facing dog. Engage your abs, lift your abs in towards your navel and reach your shoulders down away from your ears. Take a deep cleansing breath and step your feet up towards your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, folding down. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhaling back down. We're going to do that one last time. Inhale. Lift your heart. Connect your palms. Exhale, fold. Releasing down. Soften head and neck and shoulders. Inhale, hands to the shins. Exhale, plant your palms and float your feet back. Coming into plank. Slide your weight forward and back. and forward. Check in with your abs, make sure they're working. Gently lifting the navel in towards the spine and lifting up through the pelvic floor. Keep the chin in line, so we're not jutting the chin forward, and then exhale down, hover, and inhale, lift. Exhaling down, inhaling, lift, and exhaling down, and inhaling one more time, and exhaling all the way back. And this time we're going to come down onto our hands and knees, and we're going to take our weight forward onto our elbows, interlace our fingers, and make sure we've got a good stable position in our shoulder girdle. So be mindful of hunching your shoulders up to your ears. Rather than doing that, see if you can open your shoulders away and keep some length in the back of your neck. If that feels stable and comfortable, then you can step your feet back and come into a plank position here. So we're drawing the shoulders down away from the ears, the neck is free, and we're pushing out through the heels. Let's start here by just tapping our knees down. We're going to do 10 taps. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And then we're going to come back and hold and breathe. And then we're going to exhale and come back onto hands and knees. Shifting the weight all the way back. Let's take a rest. Inhale, lift, and exhale, releasing down. And take a rest for as long as you like, releasing here. And then when you're ready, let's come on back up. We're going to come back into our plank position. We're going to try the same thing again, but with our elbows straight. So the same idea applies, reaching the shoulders away from the ears and stabilizing through the shoulder girdle. We're going to be relaxed in the neck, tuck the chin and free, and then we're going to drop down. 2, 3, 4, stay lifted in the hips. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then pushing out through the heels, squeezing the legs, and stay lifted in the abs, stay relaxed in the neck and free in the shoulders. Push out through the fingertips. Good, and then reaching all the way back, stretching the body down. Taking a rest. And then let's come up one more time. We'll come back up onto our plank. We're just going to get into our obliques a little bit. So we're going to rotate around to the side and drop our hips down and come back up. And take the other side and up. Stay supported and lifted through the shoulders so there's not too much of a sink down in the neck. That's 4, 5. Good. Couple more, just opening up through the side of the body. Good. Last one. And then lifting all the way back, downward facing dog. And exhale the knees forward, stretching the body down. Taking a deep inhale and exhale, releasing. Good. And then coming up one more time onto hands and knees again. This time we're going to extend all the way back into downward facing dog. We're going to establish a nice solid connection here. And we're going to inhale and lift our left leg high. And exhale, bring it through and touch your nose. And reach it up again. And bring it through. And reach it up. And through. And that's 4. And 5. And then we're going to step that left foot down. Release the hips. And inhale, reach the right one. And bring it through. And come out. And bring it through. And reach it high. And 4. And 5. Reach it high one more time. And exhale, step it down. Take a moment, move the hips, release the back of the body. And we're going to inhale. And let's hop our feet all the way through into a seated position. We're going to come to lie all the way down on our back. And reach our feet up towards the ceiling. So we're just going to do a little bit of work in a bit of a deeper transverse abs. So we're going to reach our hands, palms facing down towards the ceiling. And we're just going to lift the pelvis towards the ceiling, keeping the abs drawn down and in, and lifting from the pelvic floor. That's 9 and 10. Good. And now if you would like to, you can continue just doing the small lifts. Or if you're more flexible, you can reach your feet all the way back over your head and slowly unwinding, coming all the way down. And lifting up again. And slowly down. Use your fingers, use the abs. And lower the legs towards the floor. Inhale, coming up. Be mindful of your neck in this one. Exhale down. Use your breath. Inhale. And exhale. That's 5. And 6. Stay engaged in here. 7. Stay relaxed in the face. 'Good. I think that's 9. Possibly lost count. But just do however many is accessible to you. We're going to call that 10. Good. And then let's lift the legs up and just point and flex our toes. Just to give ourselves a little bit of a rest here. Take a nice deep breath. Good. And then bending the knees in towards the chest and giving yourself a little hug and a squeeze and rocking side to side. Releasing that there. Good. And then we're going to rock ourselves all the way up into a seated position. We're going to take a little twist on Navasana, the boat pose. So we're going to come to sit down and connect in with our sitting bones at the bottom of our hips. And then we're going to lift our feet up off the mat and bend our knees. You can hold into the back of the knees and lift your heart up here. We're going to stay here first for 5 breaths. I'm lifting into the abs and I'm soft in my shoulders. I'm not clenching them up. They're dropping down. And I'm lifting my feet towards the ceiling. Good. That's 4 and 5. If you've had enough, you can stop. If you want to keep going, you can reach your arms out. 2 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, if you've had enough, stop. And if you'd like to, you can extend your legs all the way out. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. And then crossing at the ankles. Let's lift our legs in towards our chest, and this is where we can apply all this core strength. We're going to plant our hands down, lift our feet up, and jump our feet back, coming in to stretching out our tummy. So be gentle here. Take your time as you ease up into upward facing dog. Oh, it feels good to stretch out your tummy. You might roll over the length of your feet, drop your hips towards the earth, and lift your heart towards the sky. Take a nice deep stretch, and you might come down onto your hips and reach your elbows down. Take your feet out about the width of your mat and stretch up again here. You might come all the way up, keeping the feet down, shoulders relaxed. Taking a nice deep breath here. Good. And then stretching all the way back down. And we might just take one last little stretch for our tummy. We're going to engage again into our abs and bend our knees in. And just have a little reach around for your ankles and give yourself a little stretch here. Push your feet up into your hands and reach your heart up towards the ceiling, drawing the toes and the heels in towards each other. And exhale, releasing down. Bringing the hands up next to the heart. Sliding the hips back, reaching the heart down. Taking a nice deep breath. And we're going to come all the way up into a seated position. So the other part to a good core stability is that it helps us with our seated practice. And our seated practice is something that might come a little bit further along in your yoga journey. It might be how you started. It comes in different times and places. But it helps us to be strong and stable through our core, to sit with a long spine and a relaxed collarbone and a soft chin. And it helps us to then be able to clear our mind, to sit and breathe, and to use some of the more subtle aspects of yoga that we can then start to apply into our life. So we're going to do a little seated practice with the benefits of that core strengthening that we've just done. If you've had enough for today, you are feel free to leave it there. And if you'd like to join me in a little seated practice, then feel free to keep going.